With your upgrade to Koha 2111 coming up, you may be wondering about the changes and new features that arrived in Koha versions 2105 and 2111. So today I want to show you a few of those changes related to OPAC and searching. I want to focus on searching first, and I'm going to start with a new search limit library system preference. Let me show you what it does. So first of all, I'm going to go into my system in administration to actually check what is it currently set as. So it's about just typing the name of the preference, which is search limit library. And there it is. So it explains that when I do a search and I limit by a branch, it's currently going to use the items holding library to display the results. So let's see how that works when I actually run a search. So as I said, I want to do a search when I'm already filtering by branch. So I'm going to type some keywords here and then choose my library. So I want to see results for Riverside Library. And here I have two results. As I said, that system preference is currently set to the items holding library. So it's showing me the Three Musketeers, which is currently held at Riverside Library. And that's actually its permanent library as well. And it's also showing me 20 years after. Let's double check that one. So Riverside is its current library. So it's holding library, but it actually belongs to Centerville Library. So it's on its way from Riverside back to Centerville. So now if I see the other options in my system preference, I can change this to show me results where the library I set in the search parameter is actually the home library, or I can select the option where it's going to look in both of those, so either the home library or the holding library. So I'm going to change my preference to home library and holding library and save here. And when I go back to my search and run the same search again, so I'm looking for the Three Musketeers at Riverside Library. And I'll have three results. So I still have the two I had before. So the Three Musketeers at Riverside, which is both the holding and home branch, because it's currently there as well as belongs there. I still have my 20 years after, my third results, where the one where on its way from Riverside to Centerville. But I also now have a third result, which is actually a volume that combines both the Three Musketeers and 20 years after. And this one is showing as Fairfield. So if I just have a quick look in there, this one is currently at Fairfield. So its holding library is Fairfield, which is why it didn't appear in my previous search. But because it does belong to Riverside, its home library is Riverside, and it's on its way back from Fairfield to Riverside. This now appears in my result. So this system preference didn't exist in previous versions, and it now gives the preference to you as to what you would rather see in the staff interface and for your users on the OPAC in terms of what happens when they search by library. Other changes in 2105 and 2111, if you are using Elasticsearch for your search engine, then there are several improvements to how that works. So this one that I've mentioned relates to how the subfields and subtitles and part titles are indexed in the search. I'm not going to go into the details. You can go to Bugzilla and look for this number to get the full explanations of that one. The other system preference that's new and I wanted to tell you about is called OPAC Hidden Items Height Records. So let's go and have a look at this one in our system preferences. So this time I am searching for OPAC Hidden Items Height Records. And it's currently set to hide the bibliographic record when all its items are hidden by this other system preference called OPAC Hidden Items. Let's go and have a look at that one. This one is the one that says, so define some rules. So the rules I've got defined here is if my shelving location is the staff office, then those items will not appear on the OPAC at all. And what the new system preference here does is if it lets you choose whether you still want the bibliographic record to appear on your OPAC, even if the items are hidden. So in previous versions, if there were no items to display because they are hidden by OPAC hidden items, the bibliographic record was hidden as well, which is the default here. But now you can choose to still display that record. So let's have a look at how it works. So I'm going to switch to the OPAC here. And this time I'm going to look for the handbook of textile fibers. So I'm looking on the OPAC and there's nothing there. If I check it on my staff interface, let's go back to my search here. So it does exist, but it has that shelving location of staff office, which I just showed you is actually hidden on the OPAC using the OPAC hidden item system preference. So if I do still want the bibliographic record to appear on the OPAC, even though the item is hidden, then I can change this OPAC hidden items hides records system preference. So I can just switch it to don't hide, save my preferences. And then when I run my search again, then that record does appear. So there are still no items showing because they're hidden by OPAC hidden items, but the bibliographic record is now available to you, which could be useful in some cases in your library.